Happy Chinese New Year. Welcome to the Water Tiger. How you going? Anyone who doesn't know me, my name's Leanne and I am from the Feng Shui Store and More here in Queensland. I wasn't expecting that to come on quite so quickly. So hello and welcome wherever you are. I hope you've had an awesome day, or if you're waking up to your Chinese New Year now, then I hope your day is going to be awesome as well. Oops, I've got something buzzing here. So all the best for it. It is such a different year to what we've had for the last 2 years. It's not going to be, okay, how do I say? It's still going to have its challenges, okay? We're still going to have some ups and downs. We're still going to have some moments where we need to be careful. The key reason is that we don't have a lot of resources in this year, and we've got to find those, okay? So we've got to find them in our charts, and we've got to find the elements that will support us. So that's an earth element. So if you're someone who has your Bharti chart done, and earth element is about your wealth for a start, then you need to think about how are you going to create the resources around that. Okay, so I'm going to talk a lot more about that in our groups over the year, sort of coming into the year. But I just wanted to welcome you today to the Chinese New Year of the Water Tiger, but I also want to give you some little things to do now, because we've welcomed in the Lunar New Year. So the 4th of February is when our Feng Shui year changes over. Okay, it's when we want to have everything in place for the 4th of February. So some things that you can do. Now, I want to preface this with a couple of things. Firstly, this is not your full home Bagua. This is just talking to you about, oh, I've got a light going, something silly here. It's about the annuals. This is not about your home's full Bagua, okay? That's going to work in differently with it. But if you just look at the annuals for the year, there's a couple of areas that I want you to think about and to take care. And I'm really sorry, but I'm just going to see why this light is shining right in my eyes. Okay, we put it down a bit. Okay, so the central palace of your home, the center of your home, that's one area that you want to keep quiet this year. You don't want a lot of activity going on in that area. It's the Emperor's Chi. Now, you actually want to bring in some metal element. You want to bring in something that's going to settle that down. You want to appease the Emperor. You want to give him wealth and gold and yellow colors and lemon color, all those things to appease the Emperor. Now, that's working with 5-element Feng Shui when we're talking about our metal element. And it's also working with the Flying Star Feng Shui when we're talking about the Emperor's Chi, okay? Now, just on products, yes, we do have products in our store, but I want to preface it with this. Just by buying a product is not going to, okay, if you just buy a product for the sake of buying it because you love it, that's awesome. There are some beautiful, like your Taishens. A beautiful Taishens, like who doesn't want a money god in their house, and things like that. But we also work with them because of the elements of them, okay? When we're working with Feng Shui, we work with the elements. So something like that Taishen there, I would place in a home and we would be using it for the metal element. Now, the big controversy at the moment is the coin frog at the front door. And I've talked about this a bit, so you've probably heard me. Look, it's not going to make an ounce of difference you just sticking a frog at your front door, okay? It just won't. But it is the intentions of why you've put that there. If it reminds you every time you leave your house that when you walk out the door, you're going out to gather your wealth and you're going to bring it home, hallelujah, who could ask for anything better than that every morning when you leave the house? Okay, so think about why you're putting things around and what's the purpose of it, because that's really, really important, all right? What is the purpose of having it there? So, okay, so back into the center. I put saltwater cures in. I've used saltwater cures now for about 10 years. I look, I use them. So if you're someone who wants to use saltwater cures, then you want to put one in the central palace of your house. If you've got a 2-story house, you want it upstairs and downstairs. Now, finding the center, sometimes you've got a wall or you've got something else going on there. The center has a movable space, okay? Like it's defined as a point and an area. So just find the most suitable space that you can around your central area of your space, whether that be your workspace or your living space as well. A couple of other things that I really want you to think about this year is if you've got your office desk or if you're sitting in your office and it's facing northeast, okay, they're facing the Grand Duke for the year. And so you really don't want to do that. He doesn't want to be confronted with you facing him. So you want to have your back facing, like your back to the northeast this year. That's really, really important to have that your back towards the northeast. So make sure that you're sitting facing southwest, okay? So that's just another thing. Another really important thing, women, is that we've got the unwellness chi in our spaces in the southwest this year. So if you're someone who's currently unwell, think about your health and be conscious of that. This year we need to be taking a lot more care, a lot more self-care. Last year we had that quarrelsome chi in there, which was all about communication and how we communicate within our homes and our families and our workspaces. This year it's about our self-care, and it's something that a lot of women don't do very well because we're so busy caring for others. So self-care is going to be very, very important for you this year, okay? So if you're not feeling the best or you're feeling a little unwell even now, then get those appointments done and everything. It is easy to get caught in the trap of not doing that and not taking care of yourself. And I'm another person who gets so caught up in what I'm doing that I sometimes forget, and it takes a little fright to get us going, oh, I need to watch out for that. So just be conscious of that in the southwest, okay? The other thing that I want you to be careful of is the east this year, okay? Because it's our conflict, quarrelsome chi. So it's also around families. It represents families and our elders. So just be careful of our communication, okay? We need to know how we're communicating. We need to think about how we're communicating this year. It's really, really important. And particularly if you're having difficult, complicated, or challenging conversations with anyone, then don't have them in the east. Find another location in your house. And if you've got your home Bagua, you might find that there are other energies there that will subdue that down a bit. But if you don't, then bring in some fire element, okay, a little bit of fire element. Now, having said that, if you have your home Bagua and you know already that you have a flying star 5 or a flying star 2, please don't put the fire element in there, okay? Jump in a PM with me and let's talk about what we can do with that area for you if that's the case. Not all inauspicious areas are bad, okay? The 3 is actually really, really good in the east if you're a sales or if you're in competitiveness. It's really good for that. So make sure that you use up that energy. If you're in any of those industries, make sure you're using that energy, and then that's going to be put to a better purpose. The same as in the southwest. If you're a healer or someone who does healing work, then use the energy that's down there for people that you are helping and supporting and healing. The other thing is there's lots of water in the chart this year, lots of water and lots of wood, but the wood doesn't have much support. So we're going to find that we might have some undercurrents within our workspaces and our working environments where we've got people who are sort of trying to undercurrent us. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not undercurrent. Well, yeah, I suppose they're going under the current of the flow, but they're going to undermine some of what we're doing, and you'll have competitors that will just come from out of nowhere. So just be conscious. Like, it's not it's not, don't have a fear of and don't get paranoid about something, but just have a consciousness about the energy that's around this year and how it's going to work. It's about slowing the flow and thinking more clearly about what's happening. And it's about using our human chi. I talked a lot about this last year, and I'll talk about it again, because at the end of the day, nothing, it won't all come together unless you put some human chi effort into it. And if you want to know more about that, check out some posts that we've got and things on our resources on our website. Now, what else do I want to tell you about? Okay, so we've got our membership this year as well. So if you haven't looked into our membership or seen that, please jump in and have a look at that. It's a beautiful group that we've got for our Feng Shui Inner Circle of women, and I think there's some men in there as well, who, but it's predominantly women who are in there, that we are going to be working with. You'll get to work with me for 12 months, and I will be doing some one-on-one Ask Me Anythings. It's a smaller group. It's a much more personalized, supportive journey on your Feng Shui. So make sure that you check out the information on that. I'll get the links put in the comments for you, so that you can check that out as well and have a look at that. So what else do I want to tell you that's kind of the Southeast has got some much better chi. So last year we had some a lot heavier chi. It's a lot lighter. It's going, and our men, our patriarchs and our men of our family are going to have a much a better year, because they've got heaven chi in their sector this year. So make sure again you don't have any fire element in the Northwest. Other than that, like if you'll see we post up every month. We're going to be doing our Baguas, so that will be the month that the chi for the month. But if you don't have your home Bagua done as yet, and you really would like to have that done, then we my calendar is really full, but we always make space for you. So if you can't find a date in my calendar, please just PM me or send me an email to hello@Feng Shui Store and More, and my team will have a look and see what we can do, because often I might be sort of traveling somewhere and I can see you on the way back or something. So it is filling up, but we do have some spaces. And if you haven't had a chance to have your 30-minute free chat with me, please jump on and grab that. It's 30 minutes. And I know that it doesn't sound like a lot of time to be able to help you very much, but I can assure you it is amazing what we can do in 30 minutes just to move a little bit of chi in your house to make things settle down for you. So that's another thing that we're offering as well. Now, I said that I had an offer for you if you are here live with me. So thank you for everyone that is here live with me tonight. And I would like you to send me a PM, because we are sending you a product voucher for $100 to use in our store to get you ready for Chinese New Year. Now, that can be for a product if you're looking for it. It can be for a consultation if you want to put it towards that. It can be for your Bazi chart if you want to put it towards that. But it's $100 AUD. So make sure, just go in, send me a PM. You just have to simply go into our page, pop your name and a contact email into there, and we will send you out all the information and the voucher and everything for joining me tonight. So my joy is seeing your spaces work for you and everyone that's living in there. So I want to support you as much as we can, and sometimes it gets hard for me to have the time that I want to give to everybody, but this way we can give you something back for being a part of our pages and being a part of our communities, and for being a part of our store and that as well. So I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful year. It is going to be a good year. And might I just say, if you are the monkey, then yes, you will have heard where it's in a clash. It's talking about the clash with the tiger. But if we look deeper into your chart, you will find that the monkey actually has a really good chart this year. So it has got some really auspicious energy. So if you've got haven't got your Bartzi chart yet, please reach out, because we are running out of time to get those done for you before we get right into the year. And it's always good to have them done earlier so you know what you're looking for and what you're up to. So I thank you so much for being here. I know it's short, but I just wanted to welcome you into this beautiful year of the Water Tiger. It will be a flowing year, a strong current, and it will need us to gather our mentors, our supporters, and our helpful people. It will need us to gather our resources and to look for our resources. It'll mean that we need to find the mentors that we're wanting. We need to take action with those mentors. And we need to make sure that we are, doing everything with kindness, because that goes spreading back out into the rest of the communities around us. So have a beautiful new year. Reach out if you've been on here. Send us a PM if you're live, to those wonderful people that have joined me live. Please PM me. We'll get that out to you first thing tomorrow morning. So Happy New Year, everybody. I can't wait to see you in the groups and also in our Feng Shui Inner Circle, Changing Chi. Okay, see ya. Bye.